Hello, I'm Justin.
I'm Hannah.
And this is week 3 at Wednesday Night Hop, November 2016, Charleston, level 1. I got it all.
Good job.
Awesome. So today we did some kind of open position, big Charleston moves. And we're going to review not in the order that we taught in the class. So we're going to review in kind of the order that the review makes sense. So the move we want to start out with is what we call kick-throughs. And we'll show it from this angle first. It looked like this. We'll put a basic on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was our basic. And then here we go. Kick-throughs. Kick, kick, step, kick, step, kick, step, kick. Let's show it from the side. 5, 6, 7, and a 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there were a couple tips for this move for the leaders. Number 1, we lead this by moving our right hand to our partner's inner hip. So my hand is normally here, and I move it here. And we told followers to make sure that your leader actually gets your hip, and if not, like, tell him, because they may not know what the hip is. Then when we're kicking out with our inside foot, I do 2 things with my hand on my partner's hip. Number 1, I move them and rotate them out. Gently, you don't have to do it a lot. And number 2, I use that to also rotate myself. And then we just do the same. Kick, kick, step, kick, step. You could all mostly do this. Then we change this into what we called crosshand Charleston. So when we're kicking like this, at some point I can just keep kicking on the same foot and ask my partner to turn. And then we're like this, and the footwork is exactly the same when we're in crosshand Charleston.
Yep.
And then at some point I can kick 3 times on the same foot, and we're back into this. And we talked about how to get out of kick-throughs is just when you connect. Instead of connecting here, we connect here on our partner's outer hip, and then we're done. Nobody's gonna rotate on you like this. So what were the tips that we had for all that stuff that we just reviewed?
Okay, so tips for follows. When you're doing your crosshand Charleston, you want to think about having a rubber band in between your wrist and your hip bone so that when your hand gets pushed, then you'll go with it. And at the end, there's like a slight delay of your hand getting pushed, and then you go. It doesn't need to be very hard at all.
And for leaders, we said that, and we practice this a lot, about not giving a giant swing of our partner's hand, that this is just a really gentle push, kind of the smallest thing that you need to do in order to ask your partner to move, because your partner's going to move themselves. We said that when we're connecting like this, it's good to give space between ourselves. Putting space will force us to drop our hands low. If we're far away, we probably are not going to try to dance like this.
Yeah.
When you're closer, there's more of a tendency to dance like this, which we don't like. We prefer for our hands to be low. Another reason that we prefer for our hands to be low, followers, is if you put your hand here, you're providing a target in this area, which is just a bad idea.
So when you're doing crosshand Charleston and Charleston in general, if you keep your hands about like your waist level, then they're going to have an easy target to grab, and things will go more smoothly.
Yes. Yeah. The last thing that we did in class was a turn out of kick-through. So we'll show it maybe going this way. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So now we're in kick-throughs, and when we kick out, like here, we can go kick, 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 step. And we'll show it again, maybe coming away from the camera. Will that make sense? Oh no, now we're going to go towards the camera. Okay, that's what you're going to get. Kick, step, kick, step, kick. And all we do there is when we are on the kick out here, instead of bringing back collecting back together, we just keep going, kick, step, and collect. And most of you could do that, and we'll review that in 2 weeks. So your homework is, number 1, practice the basic at the tempos of the songs that I posted on the first video, because a lot of people were having difficulty keeping up with the tempo. And then number 2, all these moves you can do by yourself.
Yep.
So kick, kick, step, kick, step. And you can practice kicking and hopping on one foot, all the things that we've done in the warm-ups at the beginning of class.
Yep.
So if you do that every day for like 5 minutes at the beginning of your day or at the end of the day as a ritual, in 2 weeks you'll be able to do this at tempo, and it'll be awesome.
Yep. And remember, if you get confused, just keep kicking.
Just keep kicking. Okay, thank you very much.